What is going on, guys? Welcome to the start of the second season in my lower league management series in Football Manager 2017 with Maidenhead United. And of course, we got promoted in the previous season, so we are in the National League now. The current job security is untouchable. Some other just summary, I guess you can say, of things that have happened, but in terms of transfers, I'll explain them soon. But something nice, we had a stadium expansion. It was just increasing the seats by about 330, I believe the number was. If we go into the club's facilities, you can see now there's 730 seated. I thought our capacity is not too bad, just over 4,000 for a lower team. But I'd like to increase that over time. But right now, if we can increase the amount that's seated, that's okay. Not too bad. But the overall capacity, I guess you want to improve at the same time. But you can see we're in the red still. But obviously, stadium expansion would have come into that, but I was pretty disappointed we couldn't get out of the red. I thought maybe we'll get a bit more money at the start of the season coming into the club. Not quite, but that's okay. That's okay. That's to be expected. We made a little bit of profit, at least, 3K. But anyway, what we are going to do now is we're going to play the first game of the season, but of course I'm going to show you the ins and outs, and there's a few interesting things that happen, so I'll explain them all. Then we will get into the first game, which is actually a team that was in our league and they got promotion through the playoffs, so that's a real chance for a win. I probably didn't want it as the first game of the season. Not that we're not ready for the game, but obviously getting more match fitness and all that. But yes, so many players have gone out for different reasons. Some got approached by other teams and they wanted to move to that team, fair enough, and others weren't good enough. Harry Andrews signed by Peterborough. That was understandable, but I thought maybe he could understand he's not going to be a starting player in a team in the League One, EFL League One, so a bit disappointing, but that always happens in the lower league, so I kind of just accept it and try and find someone else because there's always players available. Kieran Drake, who didn't really play, he just retired. Latif Alfred Aliou, I wanted to sign him up, but he wanted more money, and I don't know if that's a good decision. I'm not sure if anyone is interested in him, so I'm not sure where he's going to be moving to next season. He was excellent for us, but he wanted too much money. Like, we're in the red already. You see how bad it is. Like, he wanted his agent, like, wanting sign-on fees and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm not going to go through it. But he wanted so much more. More wages, understandable, but I don't want to be throwing. He wanted agent wanted 5K, and then his sign-on fee was about the same as well. So over 10K just for offering him a new contract. We won't be able to afford to. Well, it would be able to happen, but it won't be a good decision, I think. And Taylor Tombides, interesting one, because we signed him back up again. When I was offering contracts to all the players, he was one that didn't even want to listen. It was in the red, with the writing with the red box. And for whatever reason, I could offer him a contract when he left. I had to promise him that or allow him to use the club as a stepping stone. But that option wasn't available when he was actually at the club trying to offer him a new contract. I couldn't offer it at all. So I'm glad I got him back on the books of Maidenhead because he's an excellent player, and I noticed it was hard to sign some better players. We signed players, majority of them anyway, was kind of players I would have signed last season, being in that division. It's really hard to get better quality when you're a team probably expected to get relegated, unfortunately. Media prediction is 22. But Matthew George as well, he was in the same boat. He moved on to Lincoln. So if we go to history, you can see they're in the National League as well. So they're probably just a better team than us. He wants to kind of go forward in his career, which is understandable. That's how I treat it. I'm not going to get mad at players for wanting to leave. You won't see that happening. But others like Steer, Jordan Cox, he didn't actually want to sign as well. Where is he at now? No team, so he's in the same boat. Ryan Peters, Charlie Struton, who was out on loan, so you didn't really see him. Ryan Upwood didn't play much. Carl Pentney, Wickham signed him. Kieran Forbes. A lot of these guys were on non-contract, so other teams just moved for him and, let him go. But maybe the last few. Some teams kind of raided our defenders. Charlie Wasmer was centre-back. All centre-backs, pretty much, so we had to replace them. Charlie Wasmer, centre-back, he's gone to Chester. I didn't mind because I noticed his defensive attributes weren't like, oh, he's got some nice physicals, strong and good in the air, but he actually did surprisingly well. So I thought we could at least get someone with better attributes, slightly better or a lot better. But yeah, Alan Massey as well moved to Wrexham. Just had to let it happen, really, because we need to think about our wages at the same time. Our wage budget was actually decent, though, but yeah, how much we're actually paying players. Still got 2K left, and we're going to be signing Chris Smith. I'll show you him soon. And Dean Inman. He was probably our best defender last season, so yeah, a bit disappointing for him to go, but he went to Woking. Again, situation, same division, but yeah, most likely a better team. But again, I think... I'm happy with the replacements I got, but the signings, I'll let you know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys think I could have signed better players, like in terms of their attributes or whatever, because I expected to. Like, I'm disappointed with the players I signed. Not that they're terrible. Some of them, yeah, are pretty decent, but because I don't think this team is good enough to get promotion in the first season, because what we need to do is consolidate in this first season in the National League to prove to other players, yeah, we're not just going to go straight back down. That's understandable. So normally the first season after you get promoted, in most leagues anyway, it really depends on the situation, which team you are and everything. But yeah, a lot of the time you have to consolidate in that first season. Make sure you don't get relegated. Maybe just try and finish mid-table. But yeah, this guy, Ali Abdullahi, I'm just going to call this guy Ali because, yeah, no idea about, it's Abdul something. But he's very, very defensive. His determination, 20, that's excellent. Having a 20 attribute, you can't complain about that, even though it's determination. Maybe not attribute. Like, it's not like good tackling or good passing or good shooting or something, but still important attribute to have. And teamwork, you can't underrate that. And his strength is 14. He's that guy to come in a defensive role, like defensive midfield, something like that, to hold out a game. When we've got a result, if it's a draw against a good team, or even if we're winning, bring him on, and hopefully, he can play a good role. Problem is, he might give away cards. He's 15 aggression. And he seems that kind of player, like as a defensive midfielder. And then Harry Good with an E. He is only 18 years old, and he's our third best centre-back. And remember Carl Piergianni, I signed last season, couldn't play him. Well, I signed him later in last season, couldn't play him until 1st of May. We're past that now, and yeah, he's our best centre-back now. So I still rate that as a good signing. But yeah, Harry Good... he's got potential to be a EFL League 2 central defender, and yeah, he's around this quality. Those 13s for the technical defensive stats, I'm really happy with, like heading, marking, and tackling. Obviously, other areas of the game he needs to improve, but he's still very, very young. And then, of course, bringing Taylor Tombides back. He's been playing for the under-23s in the national team. So, yeah, for the AFC under-23s, I should say, championship qualifiers, and he's been dominating there. Obviously, it's an easy level for him. Normally, Australia do dominate against most teams in those kind of championships. But anyway, he's a quality player. We've got him back. I was a bit disappointed. And this is, we actually we had to give squad numbers now after getting promoted into this division. And I just did auto for most of the players. So, yeah, just what the game thinks the best numbers will be, because these players wouldn't have that number in real life. But anyway, Danny Kedwell, one of the bigger signings. You can see he's on 1.1k wages. I thought, why not sign a guy that's done it at this level before? And gave him number 9. I think he'll be our key striker this season, more the target man. But he was at Ebbsfleet, who was, I say, the best team in the National League South. They were predicted to come first by the media, and they failed to do so. Are they the same this season? They are media prediction first, but we stopped them, really. And they must have failed in the playoffs, which is pretty disappointing for their side of things, at least. So we'll go back, and you can see he's done it. But just a few seasons ago, he was in League 1 and League 2 for Gillingham. So he's still quality. I think he's still got a decent quality. He's helped teams in these leagues get promoted before. So I'd like to think he can do the same. Quality penalty taker as well. He scored one in the pre-season. 17 penalty taking. I wouldn't be expecting him to miss any. And then I'm sure he'll come up and miss one. And then, then I'll be shown. But anyway, we signed next Another striker, Hussein Mohammed. See, a guy like this, he doesn't seem to have so many outstanding attributes, but he's rated equally as good as Dave Tarpey, but this lad only 21, and he's got the potential ability to go with that. Doesn't say what level exactly to, but right now he's just suited to the division we got promoted from, but comes in as an equal second best striker with Dave. So yeah, that's interesting. And people have been linking me a goal Dave Tarpey got in real life, and it was absolutely amazing for Maidenhead United. He's killing it in Football Manager and in real life as well. But yeah, Hussein Mohammed, he's a nice signing. In 240 per week on the wages, he's all right. He's going to be that rotation with Dave Tarpey, actually, as more that poacher or advanced forward type, because we have that, then we got the target man, and obviously, yeah, Kedwell played the target man. And then Harry Campbell, we had to replace our goalkeeper. Harry Andrews, already mentioned, he did fantastic for us, and maybe Harry Campbell, we replaced him with another Harry, so hopefully he'll be able to do pretty well. You may notice maybe the blue attributes. There's a lot that he doesn't have, but then he's got a lot of 8s and 9s in important attributes, and then handling 11, that's important, error reach as well, and he's got potential to grow, and we're saving wages because we're not paying him any wages, so I thought that was good to go for him. But you may think we might need a better goalkeeper. That's the problem as well. There wasn't many goalkeepers that were clearly better than him. A lot of them were around same attributes, so I thought might as well a guy who's pretty balanced in his attributes, young, he'll continue to improve. So this guy, I think his name is Nick Cerula. I'm not 100% sure how to say that with the T, but I'm just going to call him Cerula for now. Should be all right. We needed to kind of stock up on like left backs or left midfielders, players that can play both positions there. So he's not too bad. I don't want to take too long analysing all these guys. You'll get that throughout the season because I want to get into this first game. Max Melbourne. Again, but this guy can only play left back. He seems fairly just average, nothing special, but then he's got 15 pace, so it makes him a bit quicker, and he's only 18 as well. He's going to have room to improve. If you go to his history, coming from West Brom, a Premier League team, he'll have... It doesn't mean, if you come from a Premier League team, it doesn't mean you instantly going to have good potential or something. But, yeah, he's going to have growth, most definitely. And also, I thought we needed just a winger we can get on loan, Shaquille Hunter. He wasn't really a fan favourite. Like, in the game, there was a poll, and only 30% agreed that we should sign him. 70 said no to him. But we needed a guy. He's on loan from Bath. But that's the thing. He's got flair and a bit of pace, 15, and he's naturally fit. Crossing, dribbling, and then, free kick taking. He's not amazing, 100%. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be backup for wingers when we have injuries and everything like that, and even maybe impact off the bench. That flair, he could do some special stuff against, still in the lower leagues, in the National League. Yeah, he could be a tricky player to defend. Can play left midfield, right midfield. That's exactly what we need right now. Oh, and the last two guys, could argue they're my best signings. And you would say, Taylor Tombiti's, he's a signing as well, I guess, signing him up again. Along with him, Joe Hanks. This guy is one of our best signings. Really, look at this. He's our best central midfielder now, just above Comley and Dawson. He's central midfield, best role, but we will be playing ball-winning midfielder, so we're training him that. But really balanced attributes, 22 as well, 5-star potential ability. Well, that means I think he had potential to be a leading player in League 2 when I got the scout report. Gloucester, last season in National League North, got 11 assists, so not too bad. Hopefully he can continue to develop as a player. And then Harry Cipriano, I think that is, another Greek name there. And he can play left back and centre back. So again, replacing those centre backs. He's a left back, but he can play centre back. So I'm happy with the defenders we have. I think we're fairly stocked up. And also, we got Chris Smith signing. I'll show you him, his attributes. If you think we need another centre back, natural centre back. Well, he's not actually natural centre back, but he's a defensive midfielder with really nice attributes, and he could play centre back. He's got the height too. He's not like a smaller centre defensive mid, so he can come in. Hopefully, he does sign. And those are all the signings and the players that have left. So again, I'm not even. Say if I just say out of 10, I'll probably say 6.5 out of 10 are pleased with the signings I've brought in. I haven't brought in, or I haven't improved the squad as much as I would have liked. I have improved it, but not as much as I would have liked, pretty much. Just as simply as that. You always would want to improve your team, though. This is going to be a tough season. 100%. It's going to be more one of consolidation. So this is probably, when I notice it, at least for the first few games, we're not, I think you judge off our team. And also, I'm not sure if you guys noted this, but Peter Griffin is our chairman, the owner. So I thought that was pretty funny. I shared it on Twitter. But anyway, I just wanted to check how we're sitting. Harry Pritchard, pulled hamstring. But what I was going to do is go to the confidence and just show you can see, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. We'll have to go to details. The minimum expectation is to fight bravely against relegation. So you can kind of tell by that the expectation for the season. Media prediction, 22nd. At least it's not last. At least they rate us compared to some other teams. Better than other teams that's gotten promoted into this league. But Hempstead, do they have any injuries or anything? Oh, they got a couple defenders. Jordan Parks, who's probably one of their better players. He's been around for quite a while. I remember him, doing saves back in the day. He's always been around this kind of level. Well, for quite a few years anyway now, since about 2011, and then League 2 and stuff like that. I remember his name, and he was at Watford as well. But anyway, I think we should stand a good chance. See, they have a pretty small squad. Our squad, a little bit bigger, but let's get into the game now. This is absolutely massive, again, because I doubt we're going to get promoted this season. This season will probably be wrapped up quicker than most seasons. I'll play a lot off camera because, I realize probably it's not going to be a promotion season. Though in my head, I want to try and win every game. Maybe if we get off to a good start in the season, I don't know. And of course, the sharpness is lower. People always like to mention that, like at the start of the season. Obviously, when you have, played about 6 friendly games, obviously players aren't going to be match sharp, especially when the assistant handles that and everything like that. People sometimes suggest to play them yourself, but I never like playing friendlies myself. You play a couple games and then, your important players, your best players are match fit, so not really too concerning. I got players that are not starting to play for reserve, so in a few games, majority of our players should be close to 100%, so that should be all right. This is the team we're starting with. You may note that Harry Ciprianu is maybe not the best role suitability for that, but he can play centre-back. And I'm actually training him centre-back because we've got Max Melbourne. He's going to play. He's actually come back from his injury, so his sharpness is pretty low. We just got to make sure we have... I'm thinking James Hammond. Man, it would be nice to have more bench spots available. It really would. I think I'm going to take Sean Marks off. We need more versatility. We'll bring James Hammond onto the bench. We need a fullback to come on, I reckon. So we've got centre-back. We've got fullback to play on both sides in Hammond. And then Mali can play all different midfield roles. And then Hussein Mohammed to play as a striker. And again, instructions, everything really the same. We may be standard mentality for most games when it's going to be like more of a challenge. But here, it's a game we should really win. It's against a team... Like, they finished 4th, I think, and they still got promoted. So, Harry Ciprianu, let's just give him the number 2. There we go. He should be a good player for us. We'll see how he goes as a defender, though. Well, as a centre-back. Obviously, left-back is best position. But we really needed to get versatility at left-back. Needed multiple players that can play their left midfield as well. So, I'm happy I got that. Because it's going to be a tough season. And maybe there's some other positions we need a bit more depth in. But we're going to see today how we're going to go. I kept, Breeder Hangerland on as assistant manager. I think he's good and he'll progress as assistant manager as well. We'll see how we go today. And let's give the fans something to cheer today. First game in a new division. Hopefully we go well. So nothing amazing there. We'll go assertively. And the second option, just tell the players that I have faith in them, really. That's what they need. And so who's debuting? Starting debut. Carl Pierre Gianni, 2 centre-backs there. Harry as well. And then Max Melbourne. Tom Beattie's... It's weird because I don't treat him as a new signing. It's like we just kept him on from last season. But we let him go and sign him up again because he eventually wanted to. Joe Hanks. just an early name for you. I reckon this guy is going to be a massive signing. He'll probably be our best signing. I think he'll go down as a signing of the season. Maybe drop in the comments who you think will be the best signing of the season. Then Nick Cerula. Then Danny Kedwell could be really important as well. So, yeah, there's a few guys, kind of half of the starting 11 there that's going to need to gel with the teammates, and hopefully the other lads who've been here since last season can show them the way. Guys who lead it, like Dave Tarpey. Danny Kedwell, he's experienced. So I reckon there's going to be no problems there. And we're going to be, our strike force is going to be dangerous. And we get a penalty in the first minute. I talked about Kedwell and his penalties. He has to score this. 70, that would be nice. 17 penalty taking. Kedwell goals. Come on. Never was going to miss that, Danny. Good start to the season. I've actually made him vice-captain as well. The experience. Like I said, that's one reason I signed him. Just him and Dave Tarpey leading the line. You expect goals there. So maybe we should play attacking way. I reckon we can definitely. And now Tarpey, I talked about him. Here's Cerula. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay. Maintain possession. Comley. Okay, that's a nice ball, Tarpey. See, I think our best starting 11 is not too bad. I think, yeah, don't get me wrong. I think our team is good enough maybe to finish mid-table or something like that, and our style of play, tactics, everything like that. Definitely, but I'm not sure about like promotion in this first season in a new division. But we're looking good early. We're looking good early! And like I said, Joey Hanks scores already. Already, like 9 minutes in to his debut. But of course, don't forget again, we're probably playing the worst team in this division, you'd say, because we were better than them. They were in the same division as us, but they got through in the playoffs. I do think we are better, and I guess we're showing that in the early minutes, but oh my god, there's plenty of time remaining. Okay, this is our first real test. Those are hard to save. A quick cross, a far post. Goal. I was going to say, yeah, first real test for our keeper, new keeper. But, yeah, let's see. Could he really have done anything? The header too good from that range, Peters. So a bit disappointing that we conceded. But hopefully we'll be able to get it back. Right here, Dawson. Tarpey, come on, Tarpey. Kedwell, now we get the goal. Right away. And it's suddenly 3-1. No, I'm actually confident about this season. Like, obviously, looking at it how it was with our signings on paper. That's on paper. But on the pitch, we look pretty good here today, at least, in the first 20 or so minutes. We look dangerous in attack. That's going to be really important. We got good players all over the pitch, really. Our defense, don't forget, Pierre Gianni. I'll show you him again. Pretty solid defense. Attributes. Yeah, pretty solid defensive attributes. And then he's really strong. I think, yeah, that's a good signing we made for him. But I do think the major weakness might be our goalkeeper. But you see that we do have the wages. If a goalkeeper that's clearly better, or even a little bit better, more experience or something becomes available, maybe I will sign him. We'll just have to see. I'm sure you'd probably suggest that. But again, back to that point, I want you to know, I was looking for goalkeepers, sorting by the attributes. I did it for a whole day. That's why I didn't record a video yesterday, because I basically spent a whole day, well, about 4 or 5 hours, making sure I checked every player available almost, like with decent attributes to join us. And there we go. Here's another one, 4-1. So yeah, I hope you guys know that. I spent so many hours making sure that the best players that wanted to come to me, were actually the best players that wanted to, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to make sure there was no other players that were better than the one I was trying to sign for that position. So, yeah, because I always want to make sure of that. There's a lot of players that didn't want to join us, unfortunately. But why wouldn't you want to join us? What a start to the season. We're probably going to be top after this game. Perfect start. 5 goals in the first half. Imagine. Maybe not. Maybe if they score here, it'll keep them alive in this game. Oh, Pierre Gianni, what a tackle. Been waiting to use him for a while. You've probably been eagerly anticipating. Oh, now it's going to be a red for Jack Kelly. Oh, bye, lad. That's a red card in the first half. A second yellow. Your manager would not be happy with that, and I couldn't be any more happy, really. I'm going to praise the lads. Of course, scoring 4 goals in the first half. We conceded. That's fine. And I'm really happy. But again, the goalkeeper is going to be maybe an issue, but I don't mind him. I don't mind Harry Campbell. Where did he come from? He came from, well, Bolton. He signed for Burton. He didn't play. They were in the championship. So it's like, yeah, he's not going to be playing for them as a first-team keeper. But he's got a lot of those 9s and 8s. Like at, 21? Maybe they could improve. Maybe to 9s and 10s and 10s to 11s. And then he'll look pretty solid. And then he could be almost decent for League 2 as well. So, yeah, good start here. Okay, they've got a free kick here. We got to defend this. We haven't worked on defending I'm not surprised. I don't think there'd be many people working on defensive set pieces or defending set pieces or defending defensive set pieces yeah, in the pre-season because there's more important tasks to attend to. So if you watch my videos, there's really the majority of games or the episodes where I'm playing my first games of the season, I concede a goal from a set piece because I don't work set pieces during pre-season. I work on the teamwork, team cohesion, like because of new signings and everything like that. But sometimes, or most of the time, I should say, just got to think in my memory. Most of the time I do win on the first episode of the season, but I do still end up scoring a goal from a set piece. Of course, not every single one, but majority of the time. So now we may have to be a bit mindful. There's Max Melbourne. We're going to bring him off, and we're going to bring on James Hammond. Again, he's a guy we kept on basically as... you may say we let go of better players. That's just because the better players were signed by other teams. But he's not terrible. He's there for versatility. He can play left back and right back, and even centre back if needed. So that is pretty crucial, I'd say. And we'll play him as inverted wing back, as that suits him a bit more, being right-footed. And now we'll just go to standard, because we've got a good lead. We've got a 2-goal lead, so I'm pretty content with that. We'll just drop back to the normal tempo and play a bit of a shorter passing and retain possession. Keep possession a bit more, work the ball into the box, but be more disciplined, stick to positions. And we should be good with that. James Hammond coming on. Just say I have faith in you, and he's motivated, gets along well with me. And I guess that's pretty obvious, but after a few seasons, and here just after one season, those talks do better because you do those talks fairly often, and you have a good connection with your players, and the players feel they get along well with you. So your team talks do better over time, gradually. And now Darpy. Why did I call him Darpy? It's Tarpy. It's Tarp. It's our own goal. It's not credited. Tarpy. That's a bit disappointing for him. And also, Tarpy, I'll show you in his profile, because I want to make sure I'm correct, what he won last season. So there we go. I'll show you. Dave Tarpy. What did he win? Where is he? Yeah. Tarpy has also earned recognition from the footballing community for his achievements. Won the Vanarama National League South Player of the Year and the Golden Boot runner-up. So, yeah, he was the Player of the Year. And see, Jordan Parks. Yeah, I talked about him, a couple seasons ago. He was the best player in the league. Got awarded with that. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you. It's not a surprise, though. He was killer. Got goals, assist, everything. So, really good start to this season. I'm really happy with this. Who are we going to bring on? Hussein Mohammed. I want to see, just how he goes, really. I think we will take off, or maybe Danny Kedwell. If you check Kedwell out, he's got lower natural fitness and stamina. Well, 9's not terrible, but being older as well, I reckon he'll tire more. Hussein Mohammed. Let's try him as a poacher, because we play these two strikers, Tarpy. They're not really good. Maybe defensive forward Tarpy a little bit. But, I want to try a poacher with advanced forward and see how that goes. They're both similar roles. You wouldn't expect it to work well, but maybe you have to experiment sometimes. And, sometimes it works. And don't forget, I talked about goalkeeper. We've got Chris Waugh, a youth guy coming through. Leave your thoughts who should play him. He's only a little bit below Harry Campbell and has potential in him, only 17. Should I give him a gig? At least give him a chance and see how he performs, most definitely. But now I'm just thinking one more change. You got a centre-back. I don't normally change centre-back, especially when centre-back, they're playing well. I'm happy. I'm really happy with Cipriano. Not his natural position. Can play centre-back, and he's showing that today still. But I reckon James Mully is going to come on here Tom Beattie's we'll leave him on. We'll take off Joe Hanks on a yellow card. And James Mully, that's almost just about his best role. We'll put him deep line playmaker, though, and on defend. He's actually better on defend than support there, interestingly. So, Hussein Mohammed, there's a lot more to come from you. He looks happy. James Mully, I have faith in you. So, there we go. I'm excited. The striker, Hussein Mohammed, he could be special because he's solid finishing. 12 finishing, not too bad. And he's got the dribbling. And one of the bad things, there's not too many about this skin. If you have to go to tactics to see the extra how they're good on their feet. Of course, you can see footed, it says right, but actually how good they are on their other foot. So yeah, you have to go to tactics, and then you can see player traits as well if they have any. So he's good on his both feet. That's really important. And anticipation off the ball. He's got important attributes for the role. And he's got a bit of pace. That's not too bad. And he's naturally fit 13. So I'll be interested to see how he goes this season. He's the same star rating as Dave Tarpey. I don't think he'll put the same output. Dave Tarpey, it's cool that he's doing what he's doing in real life as well. I'm not sure how much his goals for the actual season, his goals. But that goal he did score, that was a quality one. That was amazing, that goal. And really, he's just continuing. And I think Taylor Tombides is proving that we signed him up again. That's a good move, most definitely. I was, a bit disappointed that he didn't want to sign a new contract, and I was forced to let him go because there was nothing you could do. You hate that sometimes. Sometimes you want to, just give them a bit more money to make them stay. Depends which player they are, of course. Like I let Latif Aliou go. Alfred Aliou. So I'm happy with that. Kedwell, good debut as well. He scored 2 goals and got an assist. So got to be happy with the performance here by a lot of our players. There wasn't too many poor performances. Max Melbourne was just coming back from his injury, so no surprise he's the lowest rated. But yeah, good. Pretty good. I'm actually surprised, but maybe I shouldn't be. We're playing against a team that, like I said before, and we had an extra man for the second half. But yeah, I'm really happy with our new signings. Defense as well. Nice signs early. But guys, I am going to leave it there for now. Big episode. Great start to it as well, to the new season. Chris Smith, as you can see, hopefully he will sign. He'll add more defensive depth for defensive midfield or centre-back, where we need an extra centre-back to play if we get injuries, everything like that. But I do like the size of the squad. We've got strikers. We've got the wingers. Don't forget Harry Pritchard. He's not amazing, but he actually surprised me last season, Harry. He got over average of 7 rating, not by much, but he still did that. Credit to him. So hopefully he can continue in this season. I almost didn't realise that. He can still play some other midfield positions, even striker, competent there. So yeah, like I said, we've got strikers, you've got the central midfielders, defensive midfielders. It's a really good mix we have with the wingers, and then the lot of defenders we can have, like from the fullbacks and then to the centre backs, and just can play multiple positions. I like the squad to just finish in a safe position. Even if we won the first game here, I'm not going to take it too seriously. I'm not going to get too excited. I'm going to judge how we go against other teams that have been consolidated in this league for a few seasons, not someone else who got promoted like us. So yeah, I'll probably play a few games, and that should be the first cup game. I might play through to that because, if we're being realistic and everything like that, this season is not going to be one of promotion. Unless we get really surprised and we just play some really good, consistent football. But we would have to play above our ability, just being honest. So hopefully it'll be a good season, though. But definitely not getting relegated. I think off that performance, we can stay above that pack of the worst teams in the league. So either way, leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like on the video as well. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you guys next time.